What's up, everyone?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time to talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to do the intro? Is that what we talked about?
You were going to do the intro.
I can do that. Okay.
Awkward already.
So, we're here. Tracy and I are here at Unhitched Brewing Company. So let me just show you guys around here a little bit. We're sitting back in the brewery area, but here is the rest of the inside of Unhitched here in Louisville, Ohio. They were kind enough to let us get up close and personal with all of their brewing equipment right here in the background.
Awesome.
And we're attempting to figure out which one of the amazing beers on their beer list we actually want to drink. So
better be picking me one up for after the show.
Well, if I'm remembering right, me and you both like Kolsch's and Hefeweizens.
I'm up for shandy today or something
like shandy.
That. A sour beer.
Okay, I can make that happen while we're in here. So me and Tracy are sitting inside of Unhitched on this episode of Let's Talk About Something Else because we wanted to highlight two things. One of which is the amazing alley that Kathy is currently sitting in with our guest that happens to be full of umbrellas that are dancing in the background of their frame.
Beautifully. Absolutely. I'm here in Untitled in Louisville, Ohio with Rick Guiley, the creator of this wonderful display. And in a moment, we'll get up and look around. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about Umbrella and what it took to bring this about. And he would love to tell you all about all the wonderful things happening right here in Louisville. You know, with COVID going on, so many of us have had summer plans. Come on through. We've had summer plans ruined throughout this season. And there are so many wonderful things happening right here in Stark County. And so we have set out to find them. And I came here a couple of weeks ago with a friend for my birthday, and it's just such a happy place. So welcome, Rick, and thank you for having us today on Let's Talk About Something Else. Tell us a little bit about this. What made this happen?
Well, first of all, Apex and Juan, Tracy, and Kathy, thank you for coming to Untitled. Welcome to Untitled in Louisville. We're so excited to have you here. This concept, Untitled, it started about 5 years ago, and it comes to us from Portugal. There's a city in Portugal that was the first city to do this, and they have an 8-year head start on us. But we have become the third city in the United States that will be doing this annually, and the response from the public has been phenomenal. We're so pleased to do it. A lot of people want to know, Kathy, why we did this.
Wow. Why put up all these umbrellas?
Yeah. Our old downtown, just like a lot of other downtowns, it needed some revitalization. And every city has the same problem. It's the chicken and the egg. The chicken is the public saying they won't come to downtown because there's nothing to buy or do. And the egg is the merchants saying they're not going to fix up their stores, they're not going to rent them because there's nobody to sell to. And Untitled has brought thousands of people to this bridge that allows traffic to increase for our restaurants, our boutique shops, and quite frankly, to give a lot of people smiles.
Oh my
and it changes their perception of Louisville. So.
The colors and the movement and all the things that we're going to show you in a minute. If you haven't been here, it is really just the start of a terrific little destination trip. My girlfriend and I had seen pictures of Untitled, and we just really wanted to be here. And then we did a little research to find a place to have lunch, and we were just mesmerized by all the things we got to see. But I'm putting the cart before the horse. I really want to talk a little bit more about this, and then we'll talk about all the cool things happening around this. So you told me that Arts and Stark had a little bit to do with this.
Yeah. First of all, everything in the alley is donated, and all of us are volunteers and donors. We don't even actually have an organization, but we worked with Arts and Stark, who provided to us not only moral support, but more importantly, a lot of artists, craftspeople, and access to information. When you take a look at what we have accomplished, it couldn't have been done without Arts and Stark. Louisville has been so fortunate that Arts and Stark has been part of trying to re-energize our old downtown for the past 10 years. And Rob Hankins, some of your audience may know Rob.
Oh, yeah.
He's been part of our group, and when it comes to accomplishing Unbrellaalley, though every entity and business was critical, Arts and Stark was the backbone that said this will work, and that we can help revitalize Louisville.
Well, this really is. I mean, if art is meant to move the soul and make us sing, this certainly does. The colors, the chalk drawings and stuff. And like I said, I'll show you all that. But I just gotta ask, who put all those umbrellas up there?
Well, it's our army of volunteers. The first time we did it, it took about 12 of us, 2.5 hours. But we've now got it down to, about 5 or 6 of us can do it in about an hour and 45 minutes. And we hope this time next year to have that cut maybe even by 2/3 time by making some modifications. Jan and Tracey, I can assure you there is no book on how to hang umbrellas in an alley.
Oh, I don't doubt it. That sounds like it would be quite the adventure.
All trial and error. And so we're learning as we go, and we've come up with some new plans, but lots of step ladders, lots of people.
Oh, bad.
And
I was going to say, I mean, even just right now from what I'm witnessing, just look, I mean, right in the background, if you guys turn around right now, there's a photo shoot going on. And there's families having a blast where, you know, beforehand it was just an alley between two buildings. And now it's a place for photo shoots. It's a place for bonding. It's a place, you know, to take selfies at, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's attracted a whole bunch of people to a location that may not have previously been utilized in that way. So, I mean, it's ingenious and simple and beautiful, all wrapped into one.
Beautiful, cute little tables and chairs where you can bring your food from one of the local restaurants, or maybe even if you're close by and you want to brown bag your lunch. It's just a lovely place to sit.
Juan, what we tell people is that we took the ugliest alley in Stark County and we've turned it into the most photographed alley in Ohio.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
So, what happens when it's rainy or weather? I mean, what do you do?
Well, that's where our army comes in. Sometimes our army is 2 or 3 people. Sometimes it's 6 or 7. The rain does not hurt the umbrellas at all. It's the wind that can break them. And so this alley is the first in the world, no kidding, that is designed on a pulley system. It was designed by David Yegley, part of our group, and he is part of an architectural firm, Yegley and Associates. And so what we do is we come in here with step ladders. We only have to go up about 10 feet. We can release the umbrellas from the cables, bring them down, wrap them up, pull them back up, and then reverse the process once the wind is gone.
I saw a picture of it. It was quite the thing. It's the opposite of what you think is going to happen when it rains. Everyone else puts up their umbrella, and Unbrellaalley takes closes them up.
Hey,
Do you close them up every night?
No. There's not enough volunteers to close them up every night.
Is this lit up at night?
Well, that's
What about here during the day?
That's what's interesting. July 4th weekend, what your audience will see in a little bit, we had a 3-day chalk event that took place on the wall behind me. And one evening, while playing around with those lights you put in your hedges around Christmas time, you know, they have a spike, we brought some out and discovered that when you light up the umbrellas, they just glow at night.
Oh, I bet it's
and
gorgeous.
So Arts and Stark, the city of Louisville, and our donors are all in the process right now of putting in lights. We only have 4 in right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we're experimenting with how high they should be and what color bulbs they should be. But our goal is by the next 3 or 4 weeks to have that done, and we'll open up Umbrella Alley now to even the dark.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we were talking a little bit before with Unhitched down the road and Scratch Steakhouse further down the road. We want to tell you about some of the other cool things that you can see here. And then after the show, Tracey and I are going to go on a little walkabout. But, you know, some of the other cities nearby, Canton and Holton, for example, have a Dora Cup where people can, go from place to place and maybe sit outside and enjoy a beer or another beverage under the stars. Is that something that Louisville is looking into doing?
Yes. August 24th, Louisville City Council will be taking what's called its final vote on a Dora. I anticipate it'll pass. Now, even though it passes, it still has to go to Columbus to get approval. So please don't show up on the 25th with a beer. But hopefully it won't be very long after that. And that'll open up a tremendous amount of opportunities for our local businesses and the public to enjoy not only the alley, but all downtown.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, this is what drew me. A lot of my friends put this up on their social media, and Umbrella has their own.
Yes.
The alley has its own social media, but it has to be such a boon for the local businesses.
The Umbrella Alley has quite literally brought in thousands of people, not just from Stark County, but thousands from outside of Stark County. And that is a mix of people that, even if only 1 out of every 10 carloads goes to Unhitch, Scratch, Uptown Joe, Love the Lotus, Palmer Market, our other boutique shops, the Ah Gallery, even if just 1 out of every 10, we've dramatically expanded the pool of people that are patronizing our businesses. I told Kathy before we started this, it's the garbage cans that tell us how successful we are.
Yes.
They're being filled every day with the wrappers from all of the local restaurants. We have to empty them once a day, and that tells you how successful we are. Even when we're not here, you just look in the garbage cans.
Yeah, the proof is in instead of the proof being in the pudding, the proof is in the trash can. And this beer, this Sleazy Weizen. If you are a person that enjoys Hefeweizen ales, you need to come to Unhitched and try this beer. Because as somebody that considers himself a frequenter of craft breweries and a collector of different bourbon whiskeys and everything, I have a relatively refined palate when it comes to beers. Ben Taylor, if you watch this, or not Ben Taylor, that's my cousin. Ben Rohal.
Don't start breaking into Slovak on me now, Jan.
No, I'm not going to start breaking. This one is in America. Ben Rohal, if you watch this, I know that I'm not a Cicerone, but I can still taste subtle differences in beer. So don't talk crap behind my back. But I highly recommend the Hefeweizen here at Unhitched. It's phenomenal.
Well, I can't wait to come down and join you there. But one thing I've noticed, just walking from my car, which I can't remember exactly where I am. I'm out there somewhere. I noticed that a lot of the benches and the flowers, has this really sparked up what local businesses are willing to do in front of their places? Or is this a community effort?
This is a community effort. There is another army.
Another army?
Yeah, we have 2 armies for the old downtown.
In addition to Leopard Army.
Hey, well, you're right.
The Louisville Department of Defense.
Yeah, there's the army for the Umbrella Alley, and then there's a second army that does nothing as donors and volunteers watering the flowers every single day. And they're carting around 3 and 5 gallon jugs, and we're doing it because we believe in Louisville.
It's just beautiful. I have traveled around the world. I've been fortunate enough to travel. And one thing that's always impressed me about Europe is the big pots of flowers and the street art. And this reminds me of some of those little towns in Europe that I visited that I won't be going to this year. So it's making, it's taking a little sting off of that canceled trip that I had to have.
I get it.
So,
Well, hey, Kathy, we've got a couple of people saying some stuff in here. So it looks
Awesome.
like we have a question from a guest asking how long into the fall the umbrellas will be up.
that's a great question, Marianne. Rick, can you tell us how long you're going to leave these up?
Our goal is at least through September, as long as the weather permits. And if the weather permits, maybe a little bit longer beyond that. But these umbrellas are not meant for rain, ice, snow, and cold
You
weather.
could put pumpkins up there.
Well, wait. We'll talk about the pumpkins next year.
Okay.
So certainly our goal is through September.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Wouldn't it look pretty with all the fallness?
And then it looks like she commented back and said that she's eaten many lunches at Umbrella Alley, brought dogs, and ordered to go from Scratch Steakhouse and Untitled. Just absolutely loves hanging out here.
Well,
Great.
that brings us to our next thing. You mentioned very quickly some of the local restaurants that are here. Certainly, you can go from pretty casual to pretty kind of fancy.
Yeah, well, I don't know that I would call it fancy.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell your audience that when it comes to Unhitched, where Jan and Tracey are at,
We got motors.
they forgot their muffler. Unhitched makes craft food just like craft beer.
Yes.
And their pizza sells out so fast on weekends that you need to be there early and you need to order fast or you're not going to get any.
I know when I was walking by, I thought I saw a wood-fired oven
Yes,
back
it's
there.
all wood-fired. And then Scratch Steakhouse, it's really simple. Scratch is to Louisville what Bender's is to Canton and Lucia's is to Belton Village.
Oh, wow.
Their steaks, their chops, chicken. This is a gem that no one knows about. However, because it's small, if you show up on the weekends without a reservation, you may not get in.
Wow. Well, I've been lucky enough to eat there at lunch, and I've had their burgers. And I've also met the owner. What a nice man he is.
Yeah, Damon does a great job.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, the other place that I will mention for you
Please.
is up to a family-run coffee shop, and you can get breakfast there. You can get a light lunch, and just like Unhitched has craft brew, because it's family-run coffee shop, you get your own unique coffees there too.
Now, I have to tell you, I don't know if you knew this, you probably do, but when we were in Scratch, my friend Sarah and I, she ordered a cup of coffee, and she literally stopped, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is a wonderful cup of coffee. And she asked our server where the coffee was from, what kind of coffee it was. And she says, oh, it's from Uptown Joe's. So these are businesses that are working together. That is just such a wonderful thing. But there's some other business. We when Sarah and I were here, we stopped in your little museum here.
Yes.
It's so cool. Is it O's?
There's the Louisville and the Michelin Historical Museum.
Okay.
And then we have an art gallery called the Gallery.
Gallery.
And
I think that's where I picked this little gem up. If you're gonna go out on mass, you might as well dress the part. So.
Oh, you guys plan to match.
Yeah, you're not fashionable in Louisville if you don't have an umbrella mask.
You guys have the umbrella masks and we have the beers.
Yeah. I think we can cut a deal. But they're so cute. But these masks benefit your friends at the library.
Yeah.
So again, people working together to make the whole town better.
Yeah, this has been a community effort, and it's because we love Louisville. And you talked a little bit about COVID earlier. You have to band together to save your town, save your businesses. These are the people that you live beside. And just like where you're at, Jan and Tracey, that's all owned by local families. And we want them to succeed.
Absolutely.
That's a big. I'm just going to pop in on that specifically. That is such a huge principle when it comes to coming from a military background, but then also a medical background, and now owning my own company. The support of a local, governmental agency, or knowing that the city council or the city that's around you has your back in doing things and making sure that you're able to be successful, because there's a weight of responsibility that's put on your shoulders as a business owner to put food on the table of your employees. Also, most likely are locals. And to know that you're being taken care of so that you can take care of others is so helpful. And that's such a relief to a business owner to be able to have that. So it's coming personally from me, like that is such a huge blessing to all the businesses that are surrounding this alley. And to be able to know that they have one less thing to worry about when it comes to keeping their businesses open, not just for the sake of keeping their business open, but keeping paychecks in the pockets of their employees.
Yeah, we're driving business to those businesses, and that's jobs for people. And I told you briefly that on July 4th, we had a chalk event.
Mm-hmm.
That was also the first weekend that we sold Umbrella Alley t-shirts. And Scratch Restaurant, every single waiter and waitress bought a t-shirt out of their own pocket because they knew how much we were helping them.
Wow.
Sending business. And it made us feel good because we knew we were helping them.
That's awesome. It's nothing better than knowing that your neighbors have your back. I mean, it's almost a retro idea. And certainly this main street, and as you could hear from the traffic, we are right on the main street in Louisville, right off of 44. So really super easy to find. There's tons of parking around here, super easy. I would just get out of your car and find all the things there are to find. But I had a thought, and it just...
Well, it's okay. Did it come back? Do you want to talk about it?
No, it did.
Okay, well, then let's talk about it while it's there.
Squirrels are here.
We've had a lot of businesses that we have gift certificates for.
Yes, let's talk about that for just a moment.
Yep.
Rick here is not only the creator of Umbrella Alley and kind of the general of this army of volunteers, but you're also a businessman in town. You're an attorney, and you are the vice mayor.
Yes.
I mean, we're moving on up. We're getting local politicians on here. But
So-
Rick has collected all these gift certificates from these local businesses. They're so excited we're here that, in previous weeks, we've had a gift certificate or two, and we've offered this up to all of our listeners and those people who have chimed in. And hi, Debi. I just saw something. We'll read your question in a moment. But since we have so many, we're going to extend this out just a little bit. If you like and comment or share this broadcast on the replay, but even more so, if you come and take a selfie in Umbrella Alley or one of the local businesses or with one of these beautiful chalk drawings, and hashtag it LSBL Umbrella Alley, as you see at the bottom of the screen here, you will be entered to win one of 12 $25 gift certificates. Now, Jan, do you have the list or the gift certificates in front of you?
So what I want to do is I'm going to take out the gift certificates one by one and have Rick explain the businesses to everybody that's listening so that they can understand what we're going for here. So it looks like this first one is for In the Mix Bakery.
What a gem. Louisville.
I just saw that.
Yeah, Louisville has needed a bakery
We'll
for a long time.
alternate.
Yes.
They opened right as COVID started.
Oof.
And they are developing a fast following. Juan, Tracey, and Kathy, one of the things that Umbrella Alley has done is it's created branding. What did they do? They started making cookies that are in the shape of umbrellas. They sold out instantly. And so In the Mix is doing a great job, and there's a $25 gift certificate
And I'm
for
sure
someone.
that's all delicious.
Yes.
A sweet treat. What else you got there, Jan?
I'm going to turn it over to Tracey. She'll announce the next
Tracy,
one.
talk. You've been so quiet. Who are you?
Well, I'm so fascinated listening. Ray's Jewelry is our next one.
Raise
$25.
You know, we are bombarded all the time in the newspapers and televisions by jewelry stores. And Ray's has the best prices because they're not spending all of that money on advertising. This is where I get all of my jewelry for my wife, Rayanne, for Sweetest Day, Christmas, and Valentine's Day. And Ray's
Aw,
great.
What a guy.
Yeah.
We're so pleased that they're here in town.
Well, I may have a young man looking for a couple of wedding bands. I
Okay.
might send him this way.
That's the place to go.
All right.
All right. Next on the agenda, in the amount of $25, we have a gift certificate to the Zen Den.
I couldn't hear that.
The
Oh.
Zen Den?
Zen, oh,
Yoga.
Zen Yoga.
Oh, wow.
They are right.
Everybody needs that.
Yes, Zen Den has created this huge following. For those of you that have been on our Facebook page, you know that they took one Saturday morning and opened up the alley for yoga, and all of the funds was donated to Umbrella-alley.
Wow.
This alley had 60 people in it doing yoga on a Saturday morning. It was phenomenal.
Oh, that would have been
And
fun.
yeah, and so Zen Den is our local yoga.
Awesome. Next up.
Next up, $25 for Downtown Joe. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way.
Uptown Joe.
Uptown Joe.
Uptown Joe.
Uptown Joe.
Well, we've already talked about Uptown Joe.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
guess we better
coffee
stop
shop.
drinking.
I would consider Uptown Joe the potbelly stove that used to be 100 years ago in a hardware store. That's
Nice.
a nice place to go.
Uptown Joe and downtown Louisville.
Right.
All right.
And that is a $25 gift card.
Yep. And this one is for Unhitched Brewing Company.
Well,
Wait, Kathy, are we eligible to win our own gift certificates? Because I
Yes.
feel like that's the case. No,
I
I'm just
don't
kidding.
think
I'm
so,
kidding.
my friend.
Jan, I'll tell you a quick
This is
story.
slowly becoming one of my favorite places. And I'm from Canton South, so Louisville isn't necessarily the best taste in my mouth. But
Jan, I'll tell you a quick story. There's a national best-selling book called Our Towns by James and Deborah Farrow. I bought
Okay.
45 copies, mailed it to all the leaders in town before the alley was built. It's anecdotal, but about stories of cities that rebuilt. At the end of the book, they have 10 and 1/2 things every city has to do to succeed. What's the 1/2? You have to have a craft brewery. Without it, you can't
Yep.
revitalize your old downtown.
It's delicious.
I love that.
It's
Yeah.
delicious.
I love that.
Ready for the next one?
Sure.
Love the Lotus. I've got to get. You
Love
see it?
the Lotus.
Love the Lotus. This is a wonderful little women's boutique shop. All of our stores have very unique hours, so you have to check out when they are open. They're all on Facebook. They've got some great fashionable women's clothing, candles. When I walked in, I knew why my wife likes it so much, because you can get unique, different things there.
Awesome.
All right, I need a second to organize. I'm losing track of the gift cards. There's
Listen
so
to
many.
that.
There's so many to give away.
There is great, very generous.
Normally, I ask what your favorite is, but I'd hate to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm a politician. I can't have a favorite.
No, you can share all your favorite. It's kind of
Next
like
up
asking
is
for
Scratch.
kid.
There's Scratch Steakhouse. Well, wonderful steaks, chops. You'll never go wrong with Scratch.
No, and as we mentioned before, the owner is just wonderful. He's just the nicest man.
Yeah.
I did get to meet him. And
All
so, oh, there's more?
Yes.
There's more. We're not done by far. Beatty Sports.
Yeah. Beatty's makes our t-shirts. They're just 2 doors down. They have 2 shops, one up in the Hartville area and one here in Louisville. And they do so many things for our community. That's the place to go for all your athletic gear for your kids and for yourself.
I know Beatty's well. I used to work for the Y, and they did a lot of our
Yeah.
shirts for our sports.
And up next we have Palmer Market.
Palmer Market.
Neat little craft store right beside Unhitched out on Main Street. Great place to get wall hangings,
Oh, I see.
things like that want to cheer you up. And you said that when you come to Umbrella Alley, it cheers you up. You get a smile. You ought to see their selection of things that you can buy for your house or to hang out on your front porch. Great place.
They have umbrella posters.
They don't have umbrella posters, but right before we opened it up, all of their windows were decorated in umbrellas.
How cute. And we got another one?
We're not done. This
Oh my
is the
goodness.
Louisville Michelin Historical Society.
Yeah.
Historical Society.
Well, the Historical Society runs the art gallery.
Ah,
And so this is a place where you can go to get professional art, both paintings and photographs. And a local artisan or artist is making umbrella jewelry, earrings.
I saw those.
They
when I
are
went in
selling
there.
like hotcakes.
I'm sure.
You
Wow.
can pick them up there too.
Wow.
And I love your rings.
Oh, we're still going?
Oh,
We're
we
still
got.
going.
Well, we still
I'm not
got plenty
counting.
to go.
Very generous the
I'm just
businesses
blown
have
away
been.
by this, Rick. The generosity of your local businesses. What do we got?
Romano's Legendary Pizza.
And it is
Hermanos.
Yes. Well, Hermanos, when they discovered Umbrella Alley, they sat down with us and they said, you know what, we want to help you out. And we will deliver pizza to the alley, and every time we do, you're going to get a donation.
Wow.
And Hermanos, is a local pizza shop. It's not a chain, and they have a great reputation.
And delicious.
Yes, delicious pizza.
pizza.
When I was down here Saturday night, Juan, Tracy, 3 of the 4 tables all had Hermanos pizza on it.
Of course they did.
Wow.
I know the family that owns it. They have another sort of a sister pizza shop in North Canton. So Lisa's a very good friend of mine. So oh my goodness,
And
still
then we've
going
got
here.
Salon 114.
Yeah, Salon 114. It's right here on Main Street. They do hair and toes and nails.
Are they at 114 Main
Yes,
Street?
Yes. Yeah.
See, I'm smart.
Look
too.
at you, Kathy. I'm so proud.
They have a great facility. They've been here for a long time. All of the people that are part of that are local. They have great reputations. And it's become a popular place for women to get their hair done.
Of course. Who doesn't like to feel pretty in such a pretty place? And as I'm looking around, we've just sort of touched on these beautiful chalk drawings. Tell me a little bit about these.
Well, can we show them to the...
Sure. Let's take a little walk. I
All
got to
right,
figure out
hey
the
Kathy,
logistics.
we're gonna switch over to Tracy's phone then, and then we'll meet you in the alley here in a second.
Okay. I'm just going to sort of turn the camera around. And what we got here.
Okay.
Oh, the chalk.
Now go ahead and turn your phone on and sync your earbuds up to
We'll be
it.
heading down here. But
Here, or are we taking it all with us?
We'll
okay, Rick is going to just
Here, just so that
tell
the
us a
screen
little bit about this.
Well, yeah, I told him he's gonna.
All right. So this is a flamingo, and if you stand just right, it looks like he's got his arm around you.
Yeah. The chalk drawings were done by 5 chalk artists. It took them over 60 hours. It was all donated and paid for by Pink Oil Safety here in town.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a business that deals with oil and gas and OSHA-related things that my wife runs.
Mhm.
And the chalk drawings, a lot of the public is so confused they think it's paint.
It's just
And
beautifully.
that's because they've never seen chalk drawings this large. And of course, because they're on a wall and how much time was put into it.
All right.
They're not
popping
disappearing
there,
every time it
Tracy?
rains.
Yeah. Wow.
There you are.
Just give you a little overhead view. I'm sort of doing this blind. Tracy will be down here where she can actually see what she's filming. Every time I've been down here, there are people taking photos of each other. I'm sure senior photos
All right, you may
and
want to
all those things.
get
I'm
your
going to turn
headphones
this
in here.
around.
Wedding pictures.
Wedding pictures. As I mentioned, there may be a wedding coming up in my future.
Uh,
Not mine,
your
personal.
microphone.
Oh, yeah, we got to go
And
back
the
here.
mic. I mean, you're gonna want to be able to talk. I would just put them in.
Okay. Okay. We're still showing them around the alley. This is new, isn't it?
Yes, it's only 2 weeks old.
I
Two of
forgot
our primary
my
artists,
mask exit the building.
the key artist that we rely on is Jeff Kern. He leads our troupe.
Mm-hmm.
And he had Iris Menegay, they're both Louisville graduates, help on the chalk. And so the Historical Society contacted Iris, and donors all came together to have her do this paint drawing, this painting mural. And it has become the new fashionable place to get a picture taken.
Well, of course. And look at these flowers. Is this not just gorgeous? Tracey is a big fan of flowers.
I love the flowers.
Go on walkabout a little bit, you'll see more. We're going to walk down Main Street just a wee bit.
Oh, sorry, bro. All right, Kathy.
Where
we're
are you
walking
guys?
towards it. Do you want us to walk towards Main
Which
Street?
way are you walking?
Well, where
We'll
are
go
you
towards
walking
Main Street.
from? We're going to walk towards Main Street.
All right. And technically, we're outside the building now, so we can demask. Oh, look, I'm the only one without a fancy piece of equipment.
I had an extra one. I could have given it to you.
Oh, you're good.
All right, I'm just going to not leave my
No, I gotta watch where I'm walking.
Not that I don't trust your residency here, but so we're just walking. Now you can see all those beautiful sunflowers. And I know one of my favorite spots is that big butterfly over there to get my picture taken, and obviously lots of other people are.
I love the flowers.
This year was the list of the community of businesses, families, and organizations all came together to make this a reality.
That's amazing. You know, I recognize a lot of the names on that list as other community leaders. Now, I'm not from Louisville, but I have friends here.
Yeah. And so we're so
Do you have
proud.
friends?
Anytime you
Shut
have
up, Jan.
Anytime you have a community,
That wasn't nice. I'm her friend.
need everybody to
Yeah,
join.
that's true.
Oh,
Casey.
yeah.
How much does she pay you?
Everything.
I'm Kathy's friend.
I know. That's why I said how much does
Everything
she pay
is
you?
a community
Say
effort.
that.
Oh.
You guys, be nice. We're on the air. Be nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
See, you made me yes, ma'am.
so we have my
Your hair looks so pretty, all purple.
There we are.
It's
See, we're
beautiful.
united at last, everybody.
Sorry, guys.
And so, to everybody that hasn't seen it from my side, here we are, right there in the alley. So, where are we headed to first, Rick?
Well, we've already talked about a lot of the businesses.
Umbrella Alley.
We're standing here in the front of Umbrella Alley.
If my daughter's
To our
listening, I
left
love
is
the
Love
Selfie
Lotus,
Stick Alley.
Uptown Joe, Ray's Jewelry, Scratch, Salon 114, and the Awe Gallery, along with the Historical Society.
Oh, this is fun.
And when you're standing here, going to the right, you've got Babies, you've got Unhitched, and Palmer Market, and it's all condensed. We're a small city, we don't try to be camp. And
You already have it.
yeah, so we have designs on in the future to continue to either as a city or as donors and volunteers to continue to rebuild this and make it even more attractive than what it is.
Do you anticipate being an umbrella festival in the future?
There's certainly that opportunity. We'll have to wait and see.
That'll be fun.
Well, where's Scratch now? 'Cause Scratch
Scratch is straight down.
Down here about 5 doors.
Let's go check that out because that was check out Scratch. And I couldn't find it when I was here last time looking at Unhitched, so
You just went the wrong way.
I must have, yeah. There's the 2020 vision.
Now, as you can see, this is a really walkable community. And, you know, even if you brought your older friends and relatives along with you, it would be a fun place. You don't go very far, and there's just so much going on here. I mean, everywhere I look, there's something interesting to see. So,
Oh, so this is the inside of Scratched here.
Now we're stepping in.
Thank you.
Just doing a live stream about Louisville, so just wanted to say hi. I believe that's your owner back there going to hide in the kitchen. Do you think you might want to step out and say hello? Would you mind? So we have owner of the Scratch Steakhouse coming over to say hello.
Beautiful.
I know he saw us come into the camera, so it looked like we went to hide in the kitchen or something. We have a young lady.
Oh,
Is he busy right now? Awesome. We're just doing a little feature about all the wonderful things happening in downtown Louisville, and this is a live stream. So this is one of my favorite spots for lunch. I've been here so many times. So we're hanging out with Rick today.
Something that you're not going to get in a chain store. The already being aged. And it just makes it so yummy.
Look at that.
That looks something like I could definitely sink my teeth into.
Hey! Hi!
hi.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Oh, excellent. I see your steak's aging over here. That's awesome.
I'm Kathy Yaros, and this is Almasy and Tracey DeMate, and we do a little show about something else on live stream. And this is what I came to see I said I heard about this awesome steakhouse.
Yeah.
Thank you for welcome. It's a fun. So, and you hanging on to that line. So, what is your number one favorite thing to recommend to your customers? If someone's never been here, what would you tell them they just got to try?
Steak, of course.
All right.
One of our dry aged ribeyes.
And you do that right here in the store.
Sure do.
And, you know, when I was in here, my girlfriend ordered a cup of coffee, and she said it was so delicious. And I ever told her it came from Uptown Joe's?
Yes.
That's awesome. How nice for you played together.
We try and buy as much stuff from our local farms, local vendors as much as possible.
Awesome. Well, I don't mean to interrupt your evening. This was just a total surprise. But I don't know where I'm going. Poor lady's trying to get out of here. Welcome to our show. We're very organic, but here we are. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again soon. And one of our viewers will win a gift card to Scratch Steakhouse. Just make sure that you post your selfie of yourself in Untitled or in one of these businesses and tag us. So I'm going to kick back to Jan and we'll head outside. Thanks so much. And great to meet you.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. We're just gonna pop out here real quick. Back on the main street. Popping in. You go popping in. Go ahead.
Well,
Explore on your own.
that works.
Yeah.
We're so appreciative of your time today and all that you've done to promote Louisville. This is really wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Thank you for helping to promote it. Obviously, the more people we bring in, the more success everybody has.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
We'll just do the elbow.
Okay.
Take care.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, Rick.
All right, everybody. When you're ready to tune in to Kathy and Tracey's adventures, they'll be back on, I'm assuming, in probably about 15 minutes. And we're going to wrap up this episode of Let's Talk About Something Else, which has been Let's Talk About Umbrella Alley. I hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Pay attention, because I'm going to be getting on after this and tagging every single one of the businesses that we have a gift card to. And all you have to do is follow the instructions at the bottom of this video. Come take a selfie in this alley with hashtag Louisville Umbrella Alley to enter for the next week for your chance to win one of those gift cards. So until next time, I'm Jan Almasy. There's Kathy Yaros and Tracey DeMate. We are Let's Talk About Something Else. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.